Johan Venardi, business mentor, social entrepreneur, network marketer. How to build huge momentum in your business. The 3 key things that you need to do to build a phenomenal amount of success in your business. It doesn't matter if it's a network marketing business, if you're in sales, or if you are in any kind of sales, marketing, service related business. Number one thing, consistency is key. Now let's take it easily and talk about a workout. You are not going to do 2 or 3 workouts and man, you feel good, you burn some calories, and think you're going to lose 10 pounds. You're going to lose 10 pounds by eating right, sleeping well, believing you can do it, getting up, doing the workouts, and doing consistently, day after day, or if it's a 5-day program, 5 days a week, but consistently. Just like, and then you start seeing a snowball, momentum building. A great book that I refer here is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And Darren Hardy also has a great book about doing the little consistent things, doing the little things. And you know, it adds up, and eventually that little bitty piece of snow becomes a slow snowball and becomes a bigger snowball. And if you keep building on it, it becomes big. And then it becomes so massive that when it starts rolling, it is unstoppable. But the only way to get it to the point where it is rolling and becoming unstoppable is that you have to add those little bits every day so it can become more. And in network marketing specifically, and in sales, nothing more than prospecting, marketing yourself on a consistent basis, prospecting on a consistent basis. You have to do the activities. If you choose to prospect 5 days a week, then you do it 5 days a week for an hour. If you decide I'm sending out 5 messages or making 5 calls a day, or go for 5 no's a day, or maybe it's 10, or maybe it's 20 like some people do, then that is what you do. When you decide you market yourself, you're regular with your blog posts, your emails, and your live videos. Just want to remove this thing here. So that is the one thing that is absolutely super critically important, is to be consistent in what you do. Be consistent in motivating your team. Be consistent at giving love and giving praise. Being consistent at being grateful. Being consistent with your morning routine, getting up, working out, doing your quiet time, meditating, you know, building, reading and doing personal development. Be consistent. In anything, I cannot say that more often than not, then how important it is to be consistent. Nobody can become a master in what you do if you are not consistently working on that. All great athletes work their butts off on a consistent basis, and they have discipline. Now, the other 2 things that I want to say that is very important to build huge momentum in your business. Number 1 is energy transfer. And I go back to the book Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill, as well as Vibrational Money Immersion, which is Think and Grow Rich for Network Marketers from my mentor, Ray Higdon. So guys, energy transfer works like this. You have to show up in a great state. And the best way to show up in a great state is to be in a state of gratefulness. Because if you're grateful, how can you be grumpy, right? And how can you be unhappy? Excuse me. And if you say, well, there's a lot of things going in my life, I want you to start thinking about all the things you're grateful for and start writing them down. And I will just dare you to go and make a list of 100 things that you are grateful for and email it to me at CoachRugbyDude@gmail.com, and I'll look it over and I'll rejoice with you. Because once you get to maybe 20 on the list, how can you still not be grateful anymore, right? You have to be grateful. And when you're grateful and you're positive and you feel good, and you know that motion causes emotion, you know, make a few moves, you dance a little bit, and when you go see that prospect or make that call or send that message, Pray about it if you're a believer, or pray whoever you want to pray to. And then make sure your energy is up, that when you're sending that, you're sending it in a state of energy. Because in the universe, it works like this. There's a big vacuum. And when you're taking this and taking this energy and you moving that out of it, it has no choice but to fill it back with the same kind of positive energy. And that positive energy is going to be somebody interested in what you're saying, or you're making a sale, or you giving somebody advice, or you just making somebody's life better by what you say to them. Because it's not always about selling, but it's about leaving people better off than what you found them. Very important. So you've got to know about that energy. You keep putting that out there, and eventually the vacuum is so big, it has to get filled. It is just that simple. I dare you, if you haven't read the book, Think and Grow Rich, go read it with a highlighter. And on the link that we're going to post for you guys in my blog post, and we're going to do that blog post tomorrow, which is on Wednesday. We will specifically let you know what one to get, because it was written many years ago, and now there's one written in a more modern day language, which is a lot easier to read. Now, also, if you pray and believe, if you do your visualizations and see what you want and what you want out of life, what your ultimate goal is, what you want to reach. I see that plane being filled full of kids that I sponsored to go on a mission trip to orphanages in India. I also see that house overlooking the North Shore and having a plunge pool, infinity pool, a hot tub, and 2 barbecues on each side, and on the bottom floor, a gym, a sauna, and my office. I see that. That's my visualization. Now I affirm that. I affirm all the things that I'm grateful for. I affirm what I want to be, and I affirm it in present tense and where I'm going to. And then when I do that, when I visualize, I affirm, I meditate to quiet my mind, I pray, and I combine it with being in a great state, being grateful and positive energy. That is when I both believe. And then when you're with consistency, results come. With all of this, results come, because the vacuum is getting filled, you're doing the work, eventually that seed sprout, and it grows, and it produces seed again, but lots of it. And all these factors are very important to bring it all back together so that there's growth. And that is what will create massive momentum. Even if you do just the other part, but you don't put the belief and the energy behind it, the snowball is not going to get very big. When the consistency lacks a little bit, the energy and the belief is going to carry you. And in all things, there will be disappointments, guys. There will be people just backing out. And you have to know that that is just not you or your business or your company. It is just the way people are. And that you know that that is part of it, and it will happen. But belief will keep you going. And so when somebody would cancel something that they purchased from you or not use it, they bring something back in that vacuum. All you do is you go plant the seed and create an opening again, right? And you'd say, why did something negative come in? Well, there's always good and bad with everything. And sometimes we have negative thoughts that causes some of those things to bring it in. I believe positive, I believe the right thing, and I know that what I put out there will come back in multiple folds for me. So guys, here's the 3 again. Consistency in what you do. Energy transfer, super, super important. I'm referring back to the books again. And then belief in all of that. And belief comes from a strong mindset. This is Johan Venardi. Aloha, God bless, take care. I'll see you tomorrow.